So, alright, so you guys can spoil it for me now. Who does math class play? I don't know anything about him. Do you know anything about him?
I'm gonna base it off the character panel and say he plays Geese, but I could be wrong.
I don't even base it off of the character panel anymore. Just because people have a lot of secondaries nowadays, so. Oh, let me switch the stage too. I'm sorry, let me switch the names. Okay, so he is going with Geese. Okay. So this will be interesting. So we have our first meter character of the night. Alright, so if math class can hear us, or if Gilgame can hear us in the chat, math class needs to pick player 2 side for the rest of the set. So I will also try to type it in the chat.
And yeah, we just happen to be on also Geese's house. So let's
So
see if
he's
both of them.
already cheating.
So let's see if either of them optimize their combos for this crazy kooky stage.
So already a lot of forward dashing from Geese just to start it off. So crouch dash 3, and he gets the hell sweep. Best hell sweep in the game because it's full combo. Drops it though.
Didn't quite punish him on the wake up.
So good break on the 1+2 throw. So no duck. So even on hit, down 4 into that mix-up, you can duck it and launch him for it. It's just very hard. So nice low parry. And knowing Devilgen, this will take him to the wall. Gets a nice wall break. And he's still in it though. Yo.
Wow! Right over that Ripuken.
Gilgame is already my hero. Godlike. Absolutely godlike.
CD3 is really good against fireball characters. Like, not Akuma.
But the parry! Just even more godlike. And this is going to take a chunk of damage just because he had some meter that he burned. Nice punish on the spring kick. And another low parry on the down 4. This is going to be a great set, guys. So, some spacing. Good block on the wild warning 1.
It's interesting that he was willing to give up the wall position, like backdashing to the other side of the Geese manner.
Well, he could very easily, you know, get a side switch.
Up 4, but nope.
Blockable. And hell sweep. Gilgame is my hero. Giving him all the grease.
Hella charged it up too. He wasn't afraid.
So, got ourselves a nice wall combo.
That's neck 14. I think Devilgen just has to do back 1 too until like 15, right?
I think so. Yeah. No, 14 because it's an electric 14. If you had the execution for it.
You're good. But it's very rare that we see people doing 14 frame electric as punishes.
That's true.
Ducked it down 4. It probably just like ducked it out of his backdash.
Yeah, he did try to punish it though, but I think he was super late on the FF2.
And 1, 2, 3.
So 1, 2, 3 from Devilgen, you can backdash that and punish him like for it fully, but
there's
a lot of people weren't prepared for it.
There's a lot of options you can do against it. You can 10 frame interrupt if you have a 10 frame. You can down jab him out of it, or you can sidestep right.
Or you can backdash it, or you can parry it. No break on the generic throw.
And I believe you can also power crush through it, but at that point, you just backdash or sidestep.
Yeah, that's true. But another hell sweep for him.
Scraper didn't quite wall break.
So
He did the cancel there.
I mean, we're seeing some nice throw action in here too, so I think that's super cool. It doesn't block the low. Up 4! Godlike. Absolutely godlike.
I don't know if that overrides the mix-up completely. I think you can do that. I think you can do the up 4 after the blue hand. Like Ho can do forward 3 and he's gonna sidestep and option select all of the options before the blue hand.
So in that particular case, he did crush the low. It's a slow low, so it was like early in its startup, but in that particular instance, it was a crush. So
Hmm.
all right, so math class, you're on player 2 side for the set.
And yeah, uh, one thing that I see Gilgame use a lot, he really likes up 4, I believe, or up 3. It's a really good move because a lot of characters don't have a full option select for both of the options. Because Devil Jin, he can punish the super kick with 1-1-2, and
Oh yeah,
some characters don't necessarily have super kicks.
yeah. So, but it looks like it does look like Gilgame doesn't have some knowledge. Like whenever Geese goes for his primary mix-up, right before the last hit where it could be mid or low, like when he crushed it down 4, there is a high right in there that he can interrupt at the very least with his While Rising 1-4. So he doesn't even have to guess if he's using that high to start the mix up with. So I'm not sure if While Rising 2 is fast enough, but I definitely know that his 13 frame can slide in between that. So
All Rising 2 is pretty fast. I think it's like 15 frames. That regular Jin has a 14 frame one that doesn't instantly screw for some reason. But I think from what I saw, like up 4 has insane crush potential. So if he has the read, he can up 4 out of that like blue hand mix up like before he even does the lower.
I mean, it's definitely worth a try, but because trying to duck in that situation can be a little bit scary. So,
Especially online.
oh yeah, you get it, you bet. Wait, what's his Doesn't he have back 3, like the sway back kick? Could he use that to get out of it?
Uh, no, it doesn't. It doesn't really go that far. Like if it was like Fang back forward 1, maybe he could option select it. Like back 3 doesn't necessarily go that.
Well, I thought it would be an option because some characters are able to backswing blow out of it. But here we go, game 2. Of course, of course. All right.
Late step on the
Well,
FT2.
I'm leaving the names as is. So,
Fat boy. Blue hand is a quarter circle back 2. Beautiful duck on the down 4.
so, and this will take him to the wall. Ooh, he tried to parry, which would have been the good choice.
And yeah, don't hold back if Devil Jin's Hell Sweep hits far, because CD3 will always catch back row.
Yeah, you always want to tech roll to your left because at that range, it'll whiff. But, if it's close enough, you're still not taking full damage if you get up regularly.
I think CD3 covers both tech roll options. If
Up close
Hell
it
Sweep
does.
hits pretty far.
Only at closest range. I only know because I play Gilgame a lot. So, gets the guaranteed throw after that low mix-up. Gets the nice wall splat. Chooses to save the meter. Nice spring kick to get out of the ground throw.
I'm surprised Gilgame's not really contesting his 1-1, because Geese can finish 1-1-2, but he doesn't really get a hard knockdown out of it. It's just unsafe.
Oh, his 1-1-2 is negative? 1 hit?
No, it's not negative on hit. He's not a bad character.
Oh, I mean, it's still good. It's still a decent 10 frame. Laser Scraper. So the second hit of Laser Scraper is -10. So every character can get a 10 frame jab punish on it, or most characters. Hell Sweep. So that second hit is -15 for that mix-up. So He can get Can for it, because Can's is 15 frames, I think. Did he not?
Can-Cans is 15 frames, but it's kind of risky swinging into that.
Yeah.
He can't delay the blue hand, so it's kind of hard to react to whether he did the forward one or not.
Good duck on the throw, and the 1-2 punish. Power crush at the right time. And counter hit launcher with DF1-4. So, drops the combo. That was going to be really important for him, but he's still in it. One mix-up will win for either character.
CD3. Nice.
Power crush again. Not dealing with any of the pressure. Gilgame goes up 2-0.
You want to show off his very fast speed, high voltage action that Mishimas can perform.
So, who was cheering for math class in the chat? Like, who was cheering for him? Gilgame, top 1.
Personally, I never bet anything, but I'm willing to bet like at least 3 Wawa Hoagies on Gilgame right now.
3 Wawa Hoagies? It's only 2-0. Well, we still have a lot of sets to go. Math class is clearly very competitive and very competent. So even though this is my first time seeing him, he's showing a lot of good things. So I wouldn't want to count this man out. Especially after, like, even though it's 2-0, a lot of those rounds are a lot closer than what they ended up being. So just something, just don't count him out just yet. But what do you think math class might need to do in order to come back, or start taking some of these games back?
So Gilgame's throwing a lot of CD3s out. It's a good move. It's a safe launcher. It goes over Repukins, so already it has functional usability in this matchup. Now the main downside of that move, it's very linear. You can sidestep guard it, and he's just gonna whiff into nothingness. So, and Geese is one of the very few male characters with like super good movement. Some people even say that he has like tag 2 movement, and like it's really good. So math class needs to incorporate a lot of like sidestep left guard versus Devil Jin, especially even after they made Hell Sweep hella linear, which is a good change.
Well, and that's also important in conjunction to the tools that Gilgame's been using, right? He's got a lot of mileage out of his Hell Sweep. He's got a lot of mileage out of C3. So sidestepping left will definitely come in handy in this match, especially now that he's on an infinite stage to kind of at least force Gilgame to maybe play a little bit tighter. Use maybe some more laser scraper.
Gilgame, on knockdown, he also likes to incorporate a lot of he likes to use the high homing move a lot on Oki because he knows he's gonna step. And see, he's getting pulled into the vortex. He can avoid it just by staying down.
And he's guessing into these 50-50s, so getting caught by the FF2 prior. Nice whiff punish on the while running 1.
Into the online special.
Gilgame putting them in the blender.
Beautiful sidewalk on the forward 1+2. Honestly, I don't see ever a reason to duck down 4, because down 4 forward 1 is kind of no. Even though I think there's a slight fuzzy winner to that.
I think so, yeah. But he gets another counter hit launcher out of DF1-4. Gets a nice combo. He does lose out on the wall damage picking on an infinite stage, but with meter, Geese is he still hits like a truck.
I'm surprised Gilgame. I think Gilgame was optimizing his combos for infinite stage, so he didn't have to run that far.
Yeah. But he does have like the new command throw.
Oh, Heaven's Gate Ender?
Yeah. So doesn't break the tackle.
Got some free damage. Beautiful back 1-2 is the whiff punish. Try to electric that back 1-2. Math class is using very linear moves to try to keep out Gilgame. And Gilgame incorporates a lot of sidewalk lefts into his approach.
Nice break on the one throw. And that's something that Gilgame does try to do a lot. Devil Jin is one of the few characters in the game that has all 3 command throws. So he does try to use that to his advantage and keep the opponent on their toes with command throws. So I really like that he tries to do that.
Isn't the like the command grab where he like throws them up in the air? Isn't that like a hard input? Isn't that like a giant swing input?
I think it's very similar, yeah. And I think it's like from crouch, so.
Math class swinging to plus frames. Beautiful break. I think they actually just grabbed each other.
Well, he tried to parry. He tried to parry, and he still ended up breaking it, which is really impressive on him. Misses the deadly rave combo, and that probably would have ended the round.
1-1 into Hell Sweep, the classic.
And he's dead. Gilgame up 3-0. Alright, so it looks like Math Class is going to continue to be on player 1 side as long as he has to pick the stage. So I'm going to go ahead and do this, even though I tried to avoid it. So that's 3-0 for Gilgame.
Yeah, some other adaptations I would like to see from Math Class is to play to Geese's strengths. He's losing his turn a lot. He's got to use one jab a lot more DF1s. Geese also happens to have one of the best DF1s in the game because it has good range and also it has follow-ups, which lead into higher word if they manage to press into.
So, and he has safe lows too, like down 2 is minus 13, but it's a high crush.
Down 2 is minus 14.
It's 14? Well, Devil Jin is only going to get while standing 1-4, so. What is it, sidestep 3?
Yeah, sidestep 3 is only neg 12. You only get while standing 4-4.
So yeah, he has that too. So, he does have some safer options to use.
And he needs to sometimes stay down on Gilgame's Oki, because if you you have to mix up your wake ups against Mishimas, particularly because sometimes they tend to go in for the Hell Sweep without even checking if you got up.
Yeah, that's true. And Hell Sweep, a hit from Hell Sweep grounded doesn't really do much of anything, and it creates space so you get free wake up afterwards. So, Precipice of Fate. So, I do like that, you know, they have gotten different stages. He has tried his hand on the Infinite stage. It didn't go quite so well for him, so now we're on Precipice of Fate.
That was a very interesting sidewalk. He sidewalked the down 3-1, but since Geese recovers in crouching after down 3-1, Devil Jin has to like sidestep into like back forward 2-1 or sidestep into forward 2 because his mids aren't the greatest for like whiff punishing.
Right. Good break on the 1+2 throw. Both players have been really good on their throw breaks. And Rapukin to take the perfects. Good stuff from Math Class, starting to make those adjustments. No duck on the high there. And we get the nice positioning at the wall. Is able to float him out of the air. So, still not doing much against those crouch dash mix-ups, so. Nice punish on the dash up 2 as well.
To the online.
But he gets a nice low crush. We got a nice combo here. Some wall push.
I was surprised that actually combo. That looked like very, very like on the brink of tip range. Otherwise, he would have gotten a CD3.
Yeah, and it costs him the round. Gilgame is on the board.
Round 3. Fight.
So I would also maybe like to see more. Actually, no. I was gonna say maybe more Repukins to keep him at bay, but we've already seen.
A really good option in this
Yeah,
match.
I had already forgotten about that godlike performance in game 1. But second round for math class, pretty convincingly. And it looks like he's making some really nice adjustments, keeping his pressure a lot safer too.
Hell sweet.
The great equalizer. And this will
Missed the
be...
back to three-ender.
that would have given him a nice wall combo. But 1, 2, 3 on the side. Works out. Generic 2 throw. Alright, pressure.
And he got out of that.
So that's the second time. And he gets the wall combo. And he gets a nice little adjustment combo. So that's really good on Gilgame's part. Maybe he needs to stop doing that low. Because that's the second time he's gotten up forward for it. So.
CD3 whiffs.
And no punish on it. So you gotta... At this point, when it's become so effective, you gotta punish him whenever the opportunity comes.
Didn't really have any meters, so like the only few options he could have went to instead of orbital was 2 forward, 1.
I mean, you gotta take what you can get until you get that meter, right? Good break on the tackle. Does the low again.
Interesting wake up. Very unique to Diligent. No other character has that wake up.
And it worked out for him there, because usually that's something you can bait out and punish pretty easily. Back 3-2s takes it. And he canceled with the meter to keep the pressure going, so...
So
nice
now,
adjustment from math class.
math class is actually on the board now.
Alright, so I'm just gonna throw this out there. Alright, so I'm gonna tell Gilgame to stay on P2 side.
Alright, I'm kind of worried about my 3 Wawa Hoagies now. I think I'm going to have to call back that bet. Back 3-2 max mode cancels +1. So he can jab you as a frame trap. Or down 4 if you're going to jab him.
Well, wasn't it more plus in previous seasons?
It used to be.
So they
Back
needed to
3-2
nerf that.
is also a very, very crazy move. Or at least back 3-2 into a meter. Because it's I believe it's still hit confirmable. Even though back 3 is like -15, but nobody really wants to swing into back 3-2 when Geese has meter.
And yeah, it's always pretty scary. But you can parry. You can parry the second hit, even if he doesn't delay it. So that is always an option. So, oh wait, I gotta update the score. My bad. Let me do that. So I wonder, since now Gilgame kind of has control over, what stage they pick. I wonder if he'll go back to an infinite stage, because he really kind of like dominated when they were on infinite Azure. He goes to my favorite stage, Devil's Pit. Let's go. So this is my favorite stage because you have walls for the first 2 rounds, and then afterwards it evens out into an infinite stage, so you get to work both strategies in this one stage. So I'm really excited to see it, to see how both players have to adjust to it.
Devil's Pit actually hurts my eyes. I can't stand playing on it.
Blitz, someone mute Blitz in the chat just for Tim saying to delete the stage. Because, joke's on you, sir, I love all infinite stages. They're not going to delete all of the infinite stages.
Do you actually like the red filter command?
It doesn't bother me that much.
Blocked the hell sweep, but didn't quite launch him. That was an opportunity for him.
Even with the side wall splat that he probably would have gotten, yeah, you got to take all those opportunities. But he's right back in it until he doesn't break the 1+2 throw. So,
In fact, Volcanic Rim is actually a good stage because the music doesn't suck.
little late punishing, but not that time. So, another down 4.
Ooh, DD3 actually caught a sidewalk. I was surprised by that.
And it's unfortunate because now he has to deal with this potential wall pressure. Steel pedal. Hell sweep dead.
I think back 4 into forward forward 2 is like the highest damage he can get.
Oh, that's interesting. And a low parry on the down 4 drops the combo though, but he has the life lead, so he can kind of force Math Class to start his offense. He has 2 rounds to play with, so he can force Geese to burn some meter just to keep his pressure up, and he won't have any for the next round. So Gilgame has a lot of room to work with here, but these throws are still working. 2 throw again. Gilgame is learning.
I think what I saw was like I blinked once, but I also envisioned that was Commanda because that also is an Oscar grab.
Listen, that is a wonderful throw to use. I'm proud of Gilgame for recognizing that the throws are working. Like, originally, Math Class was breaking a lot of the throws, but now his defense is starting to crack a little bit, and Gilgame's starting to take advantage of it. I want to see more throws because either his opponent's going to break it or he's going to start ducking. So it leaves a lot of room for Deviljin to work with at that point. So,
and up next, we're gonna have the full match point between Gilgame and Math Class. So it's 4-1, but Math Class can still bring it back.
Yeah, he's doing a good job offensively, right? He's able to get a lot of good pressure. And of course, because Geese is a meter character, he gets a lot of damage when he is able to get some of those conversions. But, so yeah, it's still far from over. Like, Gilgame can't afford to take his foot off the gas, I don't think. So, we'll see what adjustments he can make. And just because I want to annoy everyone in the chat, I hope it's an infinite stage for this game.
I think Infinite Stage, I think, is more in favor of Deviljin than Geese. Geese he really needs walls because he's like the character with like really insane wall carry and like really good wall conversions.
I mean, that's true, but his damage still is about the same without walls now in this current season. So he's still pretty much just as deadly. You just don't have to deal with the wall pressure. But then, the same could be said for the opposite in Deviljin, and that you wouldn't have to deal with his pressure. So, you gotta pick your poison. But we're back at Precipice of Fate anyway. So, do or die for Math Class in this game. So,
low parry on the down 2.
And that's gotta hurt, especially when, you're not, I'm not gonna say desperate, but when you really need to, like, get some momentum started, and then just like that, Gilgame can now start putting them in the blender. DF1-2 to end out the round there.
Surprised neither of them really confirmed their 1-1-2s.
Yeah, they have a pretty decent window for them to do so. Good duck on the homing move.
That's actually not a bad option. You take even less damage from the blue hand 3.
Ah, yeah, that's true.
Oh, on the side throw, chuck him around.
So for those of you who don't know how to break side throws, it depends on what side he's throwing you on. So if he's on your left side and he does a side throw, it doesn't matter what hand comes out, you hit one. And same for the other side. Like if he's on your right side, doesn't matter what arm comes out, you just hit two and you'll break the throw. So. And another duck on the homing move, so he's got to start punishing those if he has reads on him. Interrupts the unblockable. And a nice break on the 1 throw too, so it's good to see that he's breaking those throws. And another break on the 1+2.
Nice launch on the DF4-4. Something that doesn't really actually happen a lot.
Yeah, it is -15, so perfect punish in that scenario.
And Math Class finally got one grab in, just to make sure that Gilgame's not immune to grabs.
So, and he really needed it because now he's on match point for this particular game, and he needs it to kind of keep himself in. Another CD3 over the Rapukin. This man is godlike.
He's got to finish that 1-1 too.
Yeah, especially there when it was a punish. Float combo. Tries to go for the mix-up. And a good option. He doesn't roll back for the knockdown, but another 2-throw. Math Class staying in there with the 2-throw. So Math Class staying on the board. It's now 4-2. Is school about to be in session finally?
And I've noticed Math Class likes to use Geese's 4-1+2 a lot to get in. Even though it's such a good tool on paper, it's like a safe, like slightly highly tracking orbital. The problem doing that against Devil-Jin is you really don't want to be like -8 or -9 against Devil-Jin, because he actually gets to play that game from there. He gets to do a free hell sweep, or a free up forward 4, or a free up 4.
Right. So. And what is it? I think it's forward 2-1. He's been using a lot of that to get into max mode and to really start his pressure. So if Gilgame shifts his attention to start focusing on that string, he can parry it. Like, you do not have to take forward 2-1 if you know it's coming. So.
And 2 forward 1 or 2 forward 1 max, or it's like forward 1 max into 2 forward 1 is not really a frame trap. You can still jab him out of it, or you can sidewalk.
Yeah, so he's gotta put a cap on all the pressure, because he did kind of go a little crazy. Well, not go crazy, but he got very aggressive in that last round once he had meter. So. What is going on in the chat? Oh, Sol Naciente is still rooting for his boy Math Class.
Hey man, if there's one way to keep a person alive, it's through non-stop praise.
Everybody throw in your F's in the chat, because Gilgame about to win. Unbiased commentary. But, alright, so here we go. What, do we actually have bets going on in this chat? Like, are we actually betting on this? That'd be interesting. So here we go. So another must-win situation for Math Class in order to stay alive in the set. No duck again on that high mix-up. So but a good start to the round. Nice break on the ultimate tackle.
Math class is making the right reads.
And see, that just like I was telling you, can backdash Devil Jin's 1, 2, 3. And he finally gets a small punish on the CD3 after he's made a whiff, so he's starting to make those adjustments little by little. And counter hit DF2. Why did he need that? Good punish on the 1-1-2 as well.
And math class shouldn't really be doing like 1-1. Geese's single jab is like really ridiculous.
Yeah.
By doing 1-1, it's just like RPS between like, is he gonna sidestep afterwards or is he gonna finish?
Right. So no break on the 2 throw. Almost gets whip punished. So another counter hit DF2, and it works out in Devil Jin's favor again. 1 mix-up wins for either character. 2 throw broken. 2 throw.
Another 2 throw.
Just
you gotta be persistent if you want to get these throws off.
I mean, I 100% respect him for being persistent with these throws, because they're working out when he needs them to work out the most. Power crop.
Maybe Gilgame wants to pull out some throws? No, but he just wants to pull out a C3. It's such a good option in this matchup.
And he's showing us why, and I freak out every time I see it. Like, it's amazing. 2 throw right back at you. Fully charged, down back 2. And run up back 3-2 for the mix-up.
That might drop. Yeah, that might drop.
He tried to punish.
That was actually a really good punish in the wooden God Fist.
Yeah, and he needed that too. So math class might be bringing it all the way back. Gilgame might need to do something now to get this momentum. He needs to cut this momentum right now.
And yeah, and one thing they also changed about Geese, they made back 1-2 unsafe now. It used to be safe in Season 2.
Really? What's his back 1-2 now?
I think it's either 11 or 12.
Wow, I would never have known that. And Hell Sweep, bringing it back. And he drops the combo. Not sure what these combos are meant to do.
I think he was trying to 4-3+4 there, but he messed up the input, which is why he used double binds.
And yeah, he's dead. Hell Sweep.
You do 2 jab and 2 4-3+4 is the ender. I don't think the other ender actually, but I don't play Devil Jin.
All right. So.
2 throw.
Again.
Back 3-2. Caught him ducking. He thought he was gonna grab him again.
And he used meter at the right time to get the wall combo. He's in really good position to take it to another game. A 4 air and a forward air throw. What is going on? Steel pedal. Yo.
Man, Gilgame can't just do that. He can't just do that, man.
That was mind-blowing. So unfortunate because Math Class had a great start to the round. He looked ready to take it to another game. And, you know, just one mistake just snowballed.